is the video for routine 102 of the headings game. It starts out by setting TG to the answer fill type, UG to the answer option. Then for JG of 0, and way down here it's next JG 130, 130 at a time. 130 is the difference in the Y value between the top heading and the one below it. So it's going to go around for each of the headings, both the answer heading and then for the player's heading. Well, in the loop it says, if TG, which is the fill type, is not a 1, go to CI, and down here at CI is where it changes TG and UG to the player's fill type and option, and then goes around the loop. Well, we're back up here now. Set T to the cycle counter. Add 1 to the cycle counter, and then mod the cycle counter with 80. So the cycle counter is going to go from 0 to 79. Next it says if T is less than 64, go to CC. That's down here. Otherwise, set it to 64. So now that value cannot get higher than 64. Then it sets C to T and divides C by 8. It's going to get a value in C for each one of the possible colors. Then it sets the canvas to 3. Then it sets rotation to 0, size to 150, XY value to 660. And notice here it changes the value of Y by that 130 when it's doing the second one of the headings. Then it sets the sub-pattern to pattern 2, which is a square. Then it does a tall and wide change to it. 80% of tall, 450% of wide. It's making it much wider. If you remember looking at the headings boxes, they're not that tall, but they're really wide. So it takes a square and stretches it out. Sets the color to green, and then the draw Q value, which is the quill value, to 1. That's how wide drawings will be. And then it sets the sub canvas, the dots for it, to 0, and draws it, which is outlining the rectangle for it. Then it says start it as a sub canvas. That's what this option 15 means. This rectangle is made is now a sub canvas, because the next thing it's going to do is it's going to put colors into that canvas, but it won't only wants them where that heading is, nowhere else on the screen. If it was allowed to put them anywhere on the screen, it would be a mess. Well, once it gets the sub canvas, it skips on the value of UG, which is the option that was picked. And over here it says if it doesn't skip any instructions, it goes to FA, 1 instructions FC, all the way to FI. So it has a routine for all the different colors that it can make. These are the motion colors that it uses for the letters. Once it returns from there, it's going to return here to CF. Then it's going to turn off the sub canvas. That's what option 16 does. And then we came down here before when we said it would go right away to the second. That's the player's option, fill type, and option. And here's the next JG. Then it sets the canvas number back to 2, and it homes. Well, we'll go back here and we'll execute the program. What it was doing was it was outlining this rectangle and then putting the colors behind it. And then it outlined this rectangle and put the colors behind it. They were made sub-canvases. Well, that's the end of this routine 102 for the headings game.